welcome back to React University. I'm Corey.
And I'm Dana.
And today we're back with another reaction. First of its kind.
So excited.
We're watching House of Dragons.
Yes. We are starting with Season 1, Episode 1, The Heirs of the Dragon.
I don't know if you guys are like me, but I hated the way in which Game of Thrones ended in Season 8.
We're big fans of the Game of Thrones story. But
when Hollywood got its dirty, greeny freaking hands on it, they completely destroyed Game of Thrones for me. All the way up to season, I would say 6 were good. 7, 8, oh god, just garbage. But anyway, it's a whole new story. We're talking about the House of Dragons.
Well, not technically a whole new story. It's just like the history.
Yeah,
we're
going back in the past.
Yeah.
Right? We're looking at some of the ancestry of the Targaryens. So, we'll see. I'm interested.
My interest is also piqued.
Don't mess this up. I'm just going to say, don't mess me up. Look, we're late to it, so I've heard that it's good. Thank God. But I will be the one to determine if it's good or not. We'll see. I'm interested, though.
I'm definitely going in with a guarded heart.
Yeah.
But I'm also very excited.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You ready to just
dive
in?
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, comment, so you can be able to get the latest of all of our videos we post here on the page.
Yeah, and then also, please join our Patreon.
Yeah. Become a member on our Patreon. You'll be able to see the full reaction of this episode right now on Patreon.
And many others as well.
And with that, let's do this.
Ready. Podcast companion.
Oh,
The show?
yeah. Let me know if that's worth it to watch that. Don't mess this up.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close.
Ooh, Heirs. Was that?
Those days, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength, with 10 adult dragons under its yoke. No power in the world could stand against it. Prince Viserys Targaryen, the king's eldest male descendant.
All these names. I'm already lost. God dang it! I had to watch this episode again.
So this is being narrated by his daughter.
To prevent a war being fought over his succession. For he knew the cold truth. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
I can't
To
help but
destroy
get a
from
little
within.
excited.
What's the intro gonna be like? I'm gonna see this intro. Are we not gonna get the intro on the first episode? Maybe the second episode we can get the full intro?
Maybe. It is now the 9th year of King Viserys the First Targaryen's reign.
172 years before the death of the Mad King Heirs, the birth of the daughter.
So 172 years before kind of where we left off.
Oh, they got that music. I heard that. Oh, they got the music. They got the Targaryen music. Yo, I missed this music.
I know. Have a new instrumental soundtrack to listen to while we work.
Yep.
Silence.
So again, 172 years before
Khaleesi.
Welcome back, Princess. I trust your ride was pleasant.
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved. Every time that golden
So I think
beast
this is
brings you back
Viserys'
unspoiled,
daughter.
saves my head from a spike.
It's a beautiful dragon. What?
This King's Landing?
I think so.
So they've, again, so they've already conquered the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes.
Okay.
Rhaenyra. You know I don't like you to go flying while I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition. Your Grace,
Good morrow, Alicent.
did you sleep?
I slept.
How long?
I don't need mothering, Rhaenyra.
Well, here you are.
We must learn to face it with a stiff lip. Now take a bath. You stink of dragon.
The growing alliance among the free cities has taken to styling
Interlocks.
itself the Triumph.
To get that long and gray.
They have massed on Bloodstone and are presently ridding the Stepstones of its pirate infestation.
Well, that sounds suspiciously like good news.
I thought you might urge your brother to fill his seat on the council and provide an assessment of his progress as commander of the watch.
Do you think Damon is distracted by his presence?
So Daemon is Viserys' brother.
The Crown has heard your report, Lord Corlys, and takes it under advisement. Shall we discuss the Heirs tournament, Your Grace?
I would be delighted.
We pass through the Red Keep's gates at first light.
Does my father know he's here?
No.
Good.
I do miss the universe, I have to say.
Gods be good.
It's all right, sir.
He's sitting.
Do you know what it is?
It's Valyrian steel. Like Dark Sister.
Turn around.
So, is this her uncle?
I hope for my father that he gets a son. As long as I can recall, it's all he's wanted.
You want him to have a son?
I want to fly with you on Dragonback, see the great wonders across the narrow sea, and eat only cake.
I'm being serious.
I'm never just about cake.
You aren't worried about your position?
I like this position. It's quite comfortable. Where are you going?
Home. The
It's
hour
one of
has
those,
grown late.
Trees.
One of those trees, yeah. The old gods. Ooh.
What are you doing?
So
Girl?
remember,
If the scepter sees this book,
fuck the scepter.
Rhaenyra!
Just ripping all kinds of look, I'm telling you, these.
We don't do that with books.
No.
Books are to be cherished.
Can you say yet what it is?
We've sent inquiries to the Citadel. They are searching the text for similar cases.
It's a small cut from sitting a throne. It's nothing.
That was so disgusting. Why did they have... Oh. Oh.
You spend more time in that bath than I do on the throne.
Rhaenyra has already declared that she's to have a sister.
Really?
She even named her
Dare I ask?
Visenya. She chose the dragon's egg for the cradle that she said reminded her of Vagar.
God be good.
One.
This child is a boy, Emma.
Yeah.
I'm certain of it. I've never been more certain of anything.
You know what? This is Game of Thrones. So anything can happen. I'm just throwing that out there. We can't get too comfortable.
This is the last time. Viserys. I've lost one babe in the cradle, had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies ended well before their term.
Wow.
5 in twice as many years. I know it is my duty to provide you an heir. And I'm sorry if I have failed you in that I am.
See, I'm thinking. My brain is already.
Lost 5.
But you know what I'm thinking? Because this is Game of Thrones. She's lost 5 because someone is actually poisoning her. I don't know. Somebody, guaranteed,
There's something else at play.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed.
She said 1 was born, but, died as an infant. 2 were stillborn, and 2 were miscarriages.
When I took command of the watch, you were stray mongrels. Starving and undisciplined.
I think the brother got something to do with it. Because he wants to be the king. He has ambition.
The gold cloaks. So this is kind of when they developed.
Probably.
Got their reputation.
Probably. You notice their get up. Literally just a gold cloak. They don't got all that.
All gold.
All that armor.
Oh, they're just killing people?
No, they're just spanking people. They ain't killing everybody. They're just spanking people.
They're just killing people? Beating people up?
They're just beating people up.
What?
To put a little fear in everybody.
My goodness.
Oh! Chopped off his fingers? I mean, his whole hand? Oh, no. No. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What the freak was that? Yo. They just went through, just start chopping body parts off.
Wow.
Dismemberments when it was done.
Whew.
God be good.
The prince cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity.
Brother?
Damon.
Carry on. You were saying something about my impunity.
The city watch is not a sword to be wielded at your whim. They're an extension of the crown.
The watch was enforcing the crown's laws. Wouldn't you agree, Lord Strong?
My prince, I don't Making a public spectacle of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our laws.
Oh.
Lady Rhea is your wife, a good and honorable lady of the Vale.
In the Vale, men are said to fuck sheep instead of women. I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Dear me.
Dang. They look kind of ugly. The people at the Vale?
What?
The people at the Vale? They're kind of ugly.
Really?
Yeah. Ladies, remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. He's little. Throw down the hole, mommy.
Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Understood, Your Grace.
Brother moving pieces around. I'm telling you. He ain't no good.
In the end, this new city watch might be a good thing.
But maybe you should have said that in front of your brother.
I don't think it's his brother he needs to convince.
It's his Game of Thrones!
Were the other people just watching, or they were turning their backs?
Usually around the sex scenes, they have interesting dialogues. No interesting dialogues happening here. You got the force to pay attention.
I could bring in another. Perhaps a
whole lot of editing happening here. I'm gonna edit all this.
The king cannot replace you.
He's, I guess, also worried how an heir will affect his position.
And this great day has been made more auspicious by the news that I am happy to share. Queen Emma has begun her labors. May the luck of the seven...
That baby gonna die. Okay, this is Game of Thrones!
You said what's gonna happen?
I said that baby gonna die. People in the comment, this is not Game of Thrones. You know what I'm talking about.
It's the Game of Thrones world.
This is Game of Thrones!
I would humbly ask for the favor of the queen who never was.
Oh, she was the other option?
I would gladly take it if I thought I needed it.
The queen who never was.
So okay, Baratheon's the, remember the deer.
What?
Baratheon's the deer.
Prince of the city will now choose his first opponent.
So we got a Targaryen who wants to stand against Damien. Oh, he's getting picked out. But is that his house?
First challenge. Prince Daemon Targaryen chooses Sir Gawain Hightower of Old Town, eldest son of the Hand of the King.
Yeah.
Old Town, yeah.
The eldest son.
Old Town. Yeah, he about to die. Because he want to prove a point.
5 dragons on deck.
He's sitting next to the guy.
Oh.
You know this ain't gonna end well.
Oh, dang. Oh! Are they related? Her name is Allison. I don't know if she likes the guy or if she's related to him.
Who are you talking about?
Allison, the best friend?
The best friend? Maybe.
Now, I'm fairly certain I can win these games, Lady Allison. Having your favor would all but assure it.
The dad looked at her like, really? Well, I don't know if that's
What's
her
she gonna
dad.
Good luck, my prince.
She's gonna die in childbirth.
What's happening? The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Do something for her.
We've given her as much milk of the poppy as we can without risking the child.
Dang.
Oh! Oh! Okay, I mean...
And the day grows ugly.
That's cheating, ain't it?
Dang.
Future king would want.
Broke his leg. So they married?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out too.
It's all mixed kids. Are they supposed to be their kids?
We expect them to. It's a marvel that war didn't break out at first blood.
Oh! Golly! Oh! This montage right here is just painful.
I like it! Game of Thrones!
A technique is taught at the Citadel which involves cutting directly into the womb to free the infant.
I mean, what would you want me to do?
It's putting me on the spot. I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh.
That brain matter?
Ooh.
Yummy! Oh, that's the guy with the, well, yeah, the one who's been winning. The unknown house. He made a difficult decision. He's gonna kill her.
I love you.
Yeah. She doesn't know what's happening.
No, it's all right.
Oh no, why wouldn't you? No, that's not okay.
All right.
Oh no. 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 Not like that.
I'm making the first incision.
Oh, dang. Dang.
Prince Daemon Targaryen wishes to continue in a contest of arms.
I wouldn't have been able to have
What?
let that I would not have been able to let that happen to you.
It's different if the mom says like save my baby. Like, you know what I mean? But that was some effed up. That was
They go through all that pain just trying to push and then have to go through more pain before you die, just getting slit open. Like it's I'm all for the blood and guts and gore and all that stuff, but it just the situation. That's hard.
I just felt her. Oh man. Oh.
Maybe keep your eyes on the ball, bro.
Yeah, pay attention. Oh, dang.
Yield. Yield. I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
Bale.
You can't even be happy about the situation. I couldn't either.
All right, fill me in.
Dracarys.
Should have said that goddess. It's gonna burn.
Her mommy.
The king has an heir, my lord has.
Despite how difficult this time is,
Wait,
Your
what-
Grace, I feel it important the
What happened to
succession
the
be
son?
firmly in place for the stability of the realm.
The succession is already set.
That's why they
by precedent and by law.
What?
Nothing's happened to the son.
His ambition. Look at what he did with the gold cloaks. The city watches.
Wait, did I miss something?
An army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him, Otto. I named Daemon Master of Laws, but you said he was a tyrant. Please. Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne. He lacks the patience for it.
The gods have yet to make a man who
They don't need patience for ambition.
No, Your Grace. The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra.
What happened to the son?
Did I miss something?
You announced your support for Daemon.
If we cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect
wife
the realm
and
to?
son are dead!
So he did die. Oh
I will
no.
not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Did you not see?
No, I
Can we go back and rewind it?
yeah, we will. But, man,
I thought you might
I
go
can't
to
trust
him,
nobody.
offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
Really? That's what we doing?
I
Dad,
wouldn't know what to say.
Stop that.
Papa. So you working your angle, huh?
Wow.
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
Wow. The times, I tell you. Could you imagine? No, none of my daughters. Are you kidding me? The ring to rule them all.
The Lady Alicent Hightower, Your Grace.
Of course, he's gonna know this angle. He's gonna know what this is all about.
What is it, Alicent?
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace.
I
brought a book.
It's very kind, thank you.
All right, my dude's an artist. More editing.
The heir for a day.
She's hearing this.
Did you say it?
I don't know what you mean.
You will address me as Your Grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue. The heir for a day. Did you say it?
Maybe we got him all wrong.
Who, Daemon or the king?
Because he does seem like he was like
My family has just been destroyed.
moping
But
about
instead
something.
of being by my side or Rhaenyra's, you chose to celebrate your own rise! Laughing with your whores and your leg spittles!
Use that. Lick spittles.
I have only ever defended you!
True.
Yet everything I've given you, you've thrown back in my face!
You've only ever tried to send me away to the Vale. A second son who stands to inherit nothing he doesn't seize for himself.
Otto Hightower is a more honorable man than you could ever be.
He doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself.
What if the hand of the king is the one doing all this?
Yes.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore. You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. And you are to do so without quarrel. By order of your king.
I do think. I mean, it's not uncommon for a council to try to manipulate a king.
I mean, he showed his true colors, sending his daughter in there.
Who, Hightower?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I swear this, by the old gods and the new. I
the old gods and the new.
That's his wife.
Oh, he's
She's
saying
not
she ugly. She ain't ugly.
Well, I'm guessing it's his wife. Maybe it's
Yeah,
not.
maybe a concubine.
The look of disgust on his face?
It's new for them to bow to a queen.
There's something else that I need to tell you. Might be difficult for you to understand. Just to begin with a terrible winter, gusting out of the distant north.
I, Rickon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
Aegon saw absolute darkness riding on those winds. And
Stalks. Is that? I noticed the dagger he had. Is that the dagger that Tyrion Lannister ended up getting?
I, Viserys Targaryen, first of his name.
All right. Okay. What you think?
I'm excited.
Yeah?
I'm excited. Yeah. Yeah. I've missed the world.
I missed that too. We back in there. I did.
Gosh. There's so much. Like, there's a lot.
Lay it all out. Tell me what you're feeling, what you're talking about, what you're thinking about.
Actually, I'm gonna take this off so I can hear you a little bit better. Okay, obviously this is the first episode, so it's super packed. Lots of names, lots of information, lots of history.
It's one thing I miss and don't miss about Game of Thrones.
Because you have to
Tons of
really
names,
pay attention.
people, houses, seals, banners.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we kind of we're talking a little bit throughout. I still feel some type of way about the situation with Queen Aemma's birth. I mean, not her birth, but her laboring with, I guess,
Childbirth.
Prince Balin. I do feel like the Hand Hightower smells a little fishy.
Yeah.
Smells fishy. I smell fish.
Yeah.
I want to know more about obviously we're just kind of getting to know some of the characters. So, the main character, Rhaenyra, I want to know more about her personality, what motivates her and whatnot. Obviously, she didn't want to just be a pretty figurine. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm also curious to see the evolution of, I guess, King Viserys right now, because he seems a little bit lost after losing his wife and his son. And I'm just curious to see, and I already know he had some type of a weird back wound. You know what I mean? That's the king, her dad,
right?
Rhaenyra's dad. So I'm just kind of curious to see what develops there, and I want to kind of know more, to your point, a little bit about Daemon. I feel like obviously we hear a lot of what the council says and thinks about him.
Right.
When he showed up, Rhaenyra obviously wasn't afraid to approach him one-on-one.
Right,
Kind of a little bit of a joking relationship.
Yeah, but he does it to himself, right? He does it to himself. Damien. So if he's feeding into the very things that the council is writing about him. It's not hard to believe all the crap that they say about him. It's not hard. Obviously this is Game of Thrones. So it's a game for the throne. And everyone's trying to find their little piece to get to the throne. or at least some kind of grab power to get close to it, at least. So maybe not the throne exactly, but to get close to the throne.
Yeah.
And they are already showing like this guy, he's ambitious, but you don't know where his loyalty actually lies,
or like what motivates him. Because to your point, he's ambitious, but like ambitious for what? Like the king said, yeah, my brother's ambitious, but he's not patient.
Right.
I mean, he mentioned about saying like, oh, I'm the heir, and he was like, well, you know, there's a son. Like he was, but I don't know what drives him. Does he just want a throne? Does he have a vision for what he would do as king? Like what motivates him? But I feel like with the gold cloaks, he was like, I was giving trash, basically. I'm not to call him trash, but he's like, I'm gonna make this into something that people will be in awe of. Whether it's
someone
in
that
awe
people
because you're
fear,
afraid,
because currently it seems like the city is just a slump, like this crime happens, you got all these people about to come to the town, and it's chaos.
I do think that he took his prostitute friend, I don't know what to call her, concubine, his female friend, back home because it's.
Is that her?
What?
Was that her?
I think so, because I think it would have looked different if he was landing home, right? But the scene, it ended with him taking off, and I think she was the one that had on like a silvery cloak, and you could see the silvery cloak like floating on the back of the dragon.
Dang.
So I think he took her
Could you imagine
home.
if I showed back home with a woman?
Could
you imagine?
Listen.
I came back home on the dragon though. On the dragon though.
Wait. Let me
came
just
back home on the dragon
about the
though.
same thing. You coming home with the dragon is one thing. You coming home with a woman,
another girl, like,
that's
hey,
completely different. I don't care if you're coming home in a hoopty, in a Tesla.
she's supposed to, wash the clothes and stuff.
Absolutely not. Moving on. Moving on. But yeah, I do think he took him home. I'm also like curious about Sir Crest.
And you're no Sir. Nice.
Listen, I had to remember so I can know what I'm talking about. Sir Kristen of Dorne, the one who bested Daemon.
I gotta interpret my notes. Like what? I just wrote names and try to write them the way I can phonetically say them.
I feel you. But I'm saying, so the guy, the knight who I guess bested Daemon, is Sir Creston of Dorne. So it's kind of cool to see like heading on to the people.
So
of
he's
Dorne.
all the way down south.
Yes. Also, I'm curious, like, what he was there for, but also Rhaenyra seemed kind of interested in him. She asked about him when he was beating other people. So I'm just curious to see kind of like how relationships develop and where they go. There was one other thing at the end when King Viserys is talking to his daughter and he's like, there's the secret, you're protecting the secret, but like there's gonna come winter is coming, basically.
Right.
And he's like, it's gonna be really, really dark. It's gonna take having the realms unified to get through this.
Right.
And a Targaryen needs to be on the throne for this.
Right.
To,
I just can't.
Is he talking about?
Yeah, he's talking. He's talking about season 8
of Game of Thrones.
And we already know how everyone feel about that. Don't lie, you pissed off too. But I am actually excited to see when finally George R.R. Martin complete the freaking series, what that actually will look like.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like the lead up is so epic.
Right.
You know that obviously the conclusion of the show fell flat is what happened. It just fell really flat. But the fact that this is kind of like a prophecy or a vision that is like centuries in the making, to the point where, because at first I'm being like, oh, he said he has a secret. What's the secret? And I'm like, winter is coming. That's the secret.
Winter is coming.
Protect it. But I guess it's more like the stake, the reason why the Targaryens care so much about being on the throne. What's at stake for them? What's motivating them? What's motivating whoever it is that sits on the throne or the heir is the protection of the realm, not just like protection of the realm for the sake of saying the phrase, but literally they're like, mankind will be wiped out
right,
by winter.
Right. It
if
gives you a
we're
little bit
not.
more of their story about why they came to conquer the
Yeah.
7 kingdoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
and united everyone because it was just to be 7 kingdoms, and they have the
Right.
reason why they united for the purpose of so many years in the future. There's going to be a snowstorm coming down, and we gotta unite. So
I wonder if they're ever going to like.
but I'm
show
guaranteed
that.
they in that journey they lost that focus, and it became so much just fighting to keep the king, keep the throne.
Mhm.
And by doing so, all these little chess pieces came in play, and everyone trying to
Which is human nature,
right.
I mean, that's like the story of mankind.
Right.
I feel like.
Right. I mean, I feel bad, to your point, to the mom. Like, if I wasn't married and had kids, so they're a totally different thing. But being married, but not experiencing childbirth, like seeing you going through childbirth, is already like a whole nother level of like how much you care about a person. See them in pain brings you in tears, but then see them in pain and then knowing that they're going to die, and I can literally have someone slit you open while you're in pain, knowing you're going to die. It's a whole nother.
Like you got to be strong for that, like extra level. I think the thing for me,
You can tell it was hard for him to do that. He didn't want to do that.
And I guess
Because even when the baby was born, you notice he didn't pay attention to the baby. The baby was born.
right.
He was like,
That's true.
"You got a
The guy's
boy,"
like, "You have a boy,"
and
he's
he was like,
"I do."
he's like staring at his wife, his dead wife.
Because I mean, I'm sure that weighed on him. Like, and I guess I have to think about the fact that was a different time, right?
Right.
They back then, if they did it, it was a death sentence to have a
Right.
C-section because they literally cut you down the middle. So, like, thank God for like developments and progress
modern
in
medicine.
science and modern medicine. Like, it's such a blessing, right? Because now it's not necessarily a death sentence for a woman to go through that.
Right.
And they're, with the right circumstances and the right medical team, you don't have to choose, right? I think the thing that made it hard for me, because at first you're asking me the question, like, what would I do? What should I do? And I think for me, and I know the time is different, but it's like the woman has to be part of that conversation. The part that broke my heart is, of course, in that time, it wasn't so much that they were part of the conversation, but the look of shock and fear on her face when she was being held down and she is begging her husband.
Right.
Like, especially after saying, like, telling him in the bathtub, like, this is the last one. And, like, maybe that's in part, it sounds bad, but maybe in part that's why he was like, well, then let's save the baby. She's gone through this pregnancy. She's gone through so much.
Miscalculation,
Let's
for sure.
try to save the baby. Like, not, and I don't know.
I'm surprised I missed the fact that the baby died. I didn't see the baby on
go back
the
and,
pallet,
like,
so we're
and
gonna
see that.
we'll see that.
I want to
again.
see what I had to. Just trying to stay hydrated out in these streets, so I had to. Anyways, yeah, I want to know how all that happened. But I mean, that's devastating. That's devastating because too, knowing that your decision had to play a part in how things panned out.
Right.
And then you make the tough call, you lose your spouse, the love of your life, and then you still lose the child. Like, and then knowing, like, and I don't know, it's hard because if he did nothing, he probably would have lost them both anyway.
Right.
It's tough. It's really tough.
So obviously, of course, Damon, he's gone. He's heading to the let's say the Shire, but let's see.
The Shire?
You've
been watching too much Lord of the Rings lately. Runestone, I think, is what he told him to go back to. Runestone.
To the
his house, his place.
Yeah, but
his crib.
To the is it Yale? To the Gale?
No. His wife is from the Vale.
The Vale.
But he doesn't live in the Vale.
Right. Yeah, gotcha.
I don't know what his wife.
So I wonder what his angle is going to be. I think now the biggest thing that we got to be worried about is
Backstabbers.
Yeah, Hightower. What's that? What's
Mhm.
the
Otto Hightower, Hand of the King.
Yeah, in Old Town.
Also,
so because
him
I'm
sending
thinking
his daughter
that's what
in.
I'm saying. He's literally willing to send his daughter Allison to the king just because he want. Hopefully, you get pregnant. You know that's his angle. Hopefully, you get pregnant, and then if you get pregnant,
That
then,
really solidifies our position.
you know what I mean?
here.
Right. And so the brother obviously he can tell that when he was sitting there, he was thinking about stuff while everyone else is cheering and having sex and all that stuff. He was thinking
Talk about when he rented out the pleasure
right.
house.
And he was like, he told his brother, is like, hey, everyone
Grieves
mourns
differently.
differently. And I think that's true. But again, he doesn't do anything to help his case. When they were like, where has your brother been? I mean, he's been like MIA. He doesn't like go to his brother in silence after the council. Hey, brother, just let you know, man, I'm here for you. I don't trust the council people. I know they don't trust me, but trust me, they are not doing what's best for you.
I think
Like, he doesn't do any of that. He just sits back and moan and groan and talk about how this could be my throne one day,
But you could see, obviously, he has a way of listening in even when he's not present.
Right.
And I think
Like, no one guarding the walls?
there are
There are little
some-
holes in the walls. He's a little staring through the holes.
But he's probably from there. He probably grew up there. You know what I mean? So then
I'm just saying, if you have a council, I'm not even going to get into it.
I'm just saying
Just
he
like
probably
if you-
knows all the back passageways and whatnot. But what I was gonna say though is there are some people that are talented at like visually playing the game. Like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be in your face, I'm gonna be on your council, but I'm playing 4D chess.
Mhm.
And like, you're here because you know you need me, but you also don't trust me. Like, you need me close, but you don't trust. You know what I mean? There are some people that they're good at that. Like, they're politicking all over the place. I don't think Damon's strength is politicking. You know what I mean? I think he's like, I know what people think about me. Yeah, I'm confident in what I know my motivation is, and I'm gonna still do what I do for my own ends. And you can speculate, you can guess. What am I up to next? And then you know what I mean? There are some people.
Now you got sent off because you want people to guess. And
But
and
also,
I think the
doesn't
brother
seem like
I
the
think
type to
I think the
grovel
king
either.
King understands that, because once he sent them away, I guaranteed he's like, dang, he's right. All
That's
these
why he
people
went to his
around
daughter
me,
and was like, "What do you
right,
see?" Like,
right. They know, like, he knows that they're like,
that's probably why he kept his brother close-ish for so long.
I don't know about that.
I mean, arm's distance. Like, he gave him a role. He didn't like diss him. But I don't know too. Damon was like, "How come you didn't make me Hand of the King? I'm your brother." Maybe he was hurt. And people also show hurt differently. Like,
Well,
you
he
know,
probably didn't make him Hand of the King because even though his brother would protect him to the bitter end, again, to your point, he's not thinking that way. He's not built for the politics. And you need the politics to be the head of the king.
yes, that honestly, that's really what I think. And there are some people who their strength is politicking. Like that's their strength. And probably too, he was advised by somebody like, hey, these are like the high families. You need these people in your back pocket. You need to keep this one happy. You know what I mean? He probably developed his counsel based in part on some of those points. And then his brother has a job. Like, so he's not like out of the fold. He's still, I don't know. We'll see. It's only one episode, and this is like,
good first episode.
He gives a lot of
I'm
depth
happy.
in his stories.
Immediately when it started and the music started playing, I was like, "Oh, they trying to bring
That
all
feeling,
the nostalgic
that feeling.
stuff." But I got sucked in immediately. Like the nostalgia, you know how they try to play it, and I was like, I see what y'all trying to do. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. You got me. God dang it. So I saw the trailers of this, and I was like, "Oh, okay, there's gonna be a whole thing about." Got to keep the girl got to become queen, and everyone holding the women back. Oh, here we go again. Another one of these stories. Well done. Just keep the stories like this. It's well done. Not let's put someone to be queen for queen's sake, right? Just like they write everything nowadays in these stories. Make a good story. That's all you gotta do. Make a good story. And so happened the queen showed, like, we're gonna make her the first queen to run everything, and it's good. I like it.
Also,
Keep that up.
Head nod to Rhaenys, the who was one of the options for heir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the fact that she was even being considered makes Rhaenyra like have more credibility to be considered and actually selected.
Right.
So sometimes you need like somebody who helps pave the way, and she, they call her the queen who never was.
Right.
But I mean, hey, helped develop the concept. So
I'm glad to be back in it. I'm glad to be back
Me
in it.
too.
Don't mess this up now. Right now, you got me. I'm gonna give this episode a good 9. I'm glad to be back in this universe.
Yeah.
Good solid 9 for me.
Yeah.
Good opening.
I'm definitely really a 9. That's good.
I was impressed.
Oh, okay.
Impressed.
So now I'm not sure what to do. I would give it a 9.
You get a 9?
Yeah.
9 is good.
It is. What rating would you give it? Please comment. Let us know. We really, really want to know. We look at the comments. So
Also, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, click that bell notification. You can always get the latest of all of our videos we post.
And don't forget also become a member of our Patreon so that you can see the uncut reaction to this and many others on the page.
And until next time, bye.
Bye.